Hey everyone, so this is Austin. Today we have Somniasdk as our project. It's an all-in-one frictionless dev kit for building on Somnia. So today I'll take you through the pitch deck first and a demo at the end. So let's get started. So coming to a Somnia SDK, it's a purpose built as a developer toolkit that runs natively on Somnia network. Yes, if someone is doing a transition from Web 2 to Web 3, it should be frictionless, right? So that's Somnia SDK. And we also extended the service to a MCP server. So this is the problem we are facing right now. Developers waste time on setup, infrastructure setup, and debugging instead of focusing on DApp logic and the inventions. So there is no unified frictionless SDK that makes AI plus blockchain development on Somnia simple, fast, and future-proof. So here we have Somnia SDK as our solution. So first, it's like one install, one command, scaffold, deploy, and interact with contracts on Somnia instantly. AI-powered contract generation and Somnia NCP as our solution for the Somnia. So here I'll walk you through to how to use our SDK. So first we need to create a project folder and we can create a directory and we need to get on to the directory and then we need to install the Somnia SDK. So we need to just run this single command. Yeah, you heard me right. Just from this single command the entire SDK is powered, and then we need to create a package.json where we can view our official SDK documentation for detailed package.json and install the dependencies and create a env file to enable the grok AI generation. So we use grok because it's open source and free and optional but recommended. We need to import the Somnia wallet import from your MetaMask so we can interact. For the architecture diagram, the entire SDK has been published to the npm registry, so anyone from the globe can install it using the single command. And after the developer opens his terminal and install our command, and he can use 11 plus commands. So these are some of the important available commands from our Somnia SDK, like creating wallet, import existing wallet, check wallet balance, AI generate contracts, deploy it from file name, view function, state function, network, wallet status, switch to networks for testing network. We can say Somnia network test, and also has MCP integration where you can use it in VS Copilot or Cursor to query. So coming to our demo, this is the official Somnia SDK's documentation, which has all the details you need from initial setup to deployment. We created a new organization and we have two repositories, one for the front end and another has the SDK. And so let's get started from the demo. So I use Cursor as of now to show the MCP also. So I'm creating a directory and navigating to the directory as of now. And now we need to install our SDK from the command. It will take some time, so we'll wait for a while. So yeah, so that's how the SDK has been installed successfully. And next we need to create a package.json file. So you can use our official documentation to get the package.json's contents and we'll just paste it as it is. So that's all the important steps has been completed, and now we can directly use our SDK. But before we need to install the npm packages. So we can use npm i, npm install, or also npm install legacy PDFs. So if you have any version conflicts, so it will take some time as well. And yeah, so all the initial setup has been completed and we have the package.log JSON file also. And now we need to go to the env file and we need to set up the grok API key. Grok API key is free, so you can just log on to the network and you just create a new API key for your development kit. And let's say Somnia help to show all the available commands for the Somnia SDK. And let's test out even more with different commands. So let's say I'm importing my wallet as I said in the pitch deck. I'm importing my MetaMask testnet wallet and given a special unique password for signing the transaction. So yeah, so let's say Somnia balance, we got this balance from our wallet, and let's say Somnia status and it shows the network status. And let's try creating a contract using AI. So I just say to create a contract. Yes, the contract has been created and it is in the contracts folder as you can see. And now let's try to deploy. We don't need to compile it and then deploy it. We can just hit deploy, and yes, so you can see we need to give our password to sign in the transaction. Yeah, as you can see the deployment has been successful. It will compile and then only deploy, so we don't need to compile it and then deploy. So we'll check in the block explorer for the Somnia testnet, and yeah, so the contract has been created successfully on chain. So we can see it is success. And yeah, So like how likewise we can view other functionalities for the commands from our official documentation. So we'll just say so Somnia network test, and it will test the network and tell you. And next we'll jump on to our MCP server. So the MCP servers is compatible with different copilots like VS Copilot, Cursor, Claude, etc. So now I show the demo for Cursor. So as you can see, I already added my MCP and all the 11 tools has been enabled. So we can just need to text and we'll get the inference from the Copilot itself. So before we are adding the MCP, you need to restart the Copilot to show the changes. So I just ask, we can show the Somnia network status, and yeah, so it pulled the status and we got the status from the Cursor tab. So that's how the MCP works, and all the other functionality will also work from the MCP side too. So you can view the official documentation for further querying, etc. Thank you.